Happy July, everyone. I'm here to do your market update for July. I'm going to do two this month. I'm going to do another one in about a week or so once we get our mid month numbers, because I think it's important you see them. The market, as we know it, is a little bit quiet, but it's probably July 2019 quiet. So things are going back to normal a little bit. I think everybody expected this July to be as crazy as last July was, and we're not seeing that. With things opening up and people being able to travel and move around, finally everyone's breathing a sigh of relief. So we have noticed it being a little bit on the slower side. Our showings are down. However, our prices are holding, and it's a really great time to list your home, and I'll show you why. So the median price for June, I'm showing you a 3-year graph here. So for June, we came in at 667, which is a little bit lower than from May, and it's a fair bit lower. Well, fair bit, not really. $13,000 lower than our peak in March and February. So as you can see, prices are holding. However, they are trending down. And that's simply because there was just no supply. I'll show you as far as new listings. We have no supply. So we don't have a whole lot of supply to work with. A lot of people have decided that, it's summer and they're going to take some time off of listing their homes. And I get that. I totally get that. But for those who do need to sell or want to sell, this is probably a good time. I'll show you our month supply. It's at 1 month for June. I imagine July is going to come in lower. That's why I'm going to do another market update, because July has felt a lot slower to me than even June did. So price appreciation really like it depends on how much supply we have, which puts pressure on the market, and the prices go up. If we don't have the supply and we still have the demand, I can tell you the buyers are still there, and for very good reason. If you're a buyer in this market, I know you feel beaten up a little bit, but things are looking better. There are pockets of this market you can still get into, and CMHC has just made it a lot easier for you to get a home. They came out April of 2020 and said that the sky was falling and that the market was crashing. So they changed all their lending criteria, and they went from a 39% GDP down to a 35%. So that meant that you had less money. You needed more money to qualify, more money per month that you were making. So where you were able to spend 35% of your total income on housing, now you can go back to 39%, which is quite a bit of difference. The other big difference, so on $100,000, what that looked like was $3,250 at the 35, or at the 39, and at the 35 it was $2,900. So that would have been the difference in what you make and what you're able to qualify for. Their gifted down payment came back. They weren't considering gifted down payments. They are now considering them again. And their credit scores, they wanted a 680, and now they're back down to 600. So CMHC lost a lot of market share when they pulled these shenanigans back in April of 2020. So they are now making it easier for first-time buyers to buy. And a lot of people are wondering whether that's going to make the market crazier again. I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. I watch the states pretty closely, and they're a couple of months ahead of us as far as vaccinations. And for the last few months, they've all been barking the same stuff we've been saying. We have no inventory. We need inventory. We have no inventory. And it's funny that now everything is about price reductions. So they're starting to see the inventory now that they have been able to be vaccinated, and things have opened up. And now what will probably happen to us is what's happening over there is that come September, when the kids go back to school, a lot more people will be in a position to list their homes, which will, you know, free up a lot of inventory, which will probably drive our prices down. And how far down? I don't see big swings of prices, but it won't be as easy to sell your home, I don't imagine, in the fall as it would be now, given that there's just not a lot of demand. So, days on market are still fairly short. They're still not very long. It just depends. We still hold offers on certain properties. Just again, it depends where you're located, how hot your neighborhood is. There's a lot of factors that come into this. And that's about it. So I'll be back to you next month or in a couple weeks and give you kind of a mid-July breakdown, because I think what we'll notice is that the market has indeed slowed down, but it's not a crash. It's not any. It's just a typical summer market where people are out enjoying themselves and enjoying the weather as opposed to focusing on their housing. But if you need to sell, this is still your opportunity.